opportunity would never tell you that I'm going to be coming, knocking on the door, and then you have to react. The same experience I had multiple times in my life, wherein an opportunity came into my face when least expected, and I somehow gathered courage to grab onto it, and then it worked great. What would I have done if I did not accept the opportunity to speak in front of you today? This Saturday, I had an email from one of my old friends saying, just like the American Idol, they are doing an audition in Phoenix. And I had no idea what this is about. So I was not interested in going because first, I was not prepared with the speech. And second, it was a great Saturday. It was supposed to rain. I was preparing to just enjoy the outdoor weather. And third, I was just fearful that maybe it's a waste of time. I had so much to do. So he said, we have to be there by 7 o'clock. That means I have to start at my house around 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning. So, but I was prepared because I told my friend that I'm going to go. At 5:30, he texts me that I don't like to go, my friend.
Oh no.
So I was going to go to fill his obligation. But you know what I did? Can you guess what I did? I went. I went. And then what is surprising is when I went, I was preparing, as I was driving there, I was preparing some speech because they said you can tell your story, right? Then luckily I have this club called Toastmasters that I'm part of, wherein I gave a speech recently and it was received well by my peers. So I thought, okay, I'm going to nail that speech again. So I was prepared, I was driving. As soon as I arrived, the registration, there was a long line out the door. And then, again the lazy mind of me, the monkey mind said, why am I putting myself through this? I don't deserve to do this. I should go enjoy with my family. But then I said, okay, I'm here anyway, I'm going to do my speech and go. So I registered, I went into the room, they explained the rules. One of the rules is, you just have to speak for 60 seconds.
Oh.
So I said,
That's hard.
then I remembered the Mark Twain's quote. He said, sorry I wrote this long letter because I didn't have time to shorten it. So to shorten a speech or your mind in 60 seconds is a very difficult option, especially when you're prepared with a speech. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I can do it. Then the room was full, so they divided each of us into multiple rooms, 30 people each, and everybody should go on the stage. They gave the sign with the numbers, and then they called my name. They couldn't spell my name, or it's usual stuff I go through, right? But they had numbers. They said 0715. Okay, that's my number on my shirt. I said, good. So I went there and I talked. I felt great after speaking, but people had fabulous stories. I had the privilege of hearing people's stories, 1 minute each, wherein people were talking about a felon who was convicted of killing his wife, but he came back on parole. Then he had an inspirational story. One mom literally bought a box with the ashes of his story, and then she talked about how we can take care of the teenagers and all that. It was like different, terrific stories and terrible stories mixed in the same emotions within a very short time. I was pretty moved by all those stories. Then after that they announced, okay, round 1 we are going to only pick 75 people. My name was up there. I'm like, this is great. So then round 2, then we went there. They said, okay, now we are going to give you 2 minutes. You can say the same story, you'll get 2 minutes. So then again I spoke. Then it's the 75 of the best. I mean, their stories this time, their stories were like mind-blowing, really. I did my speech and I thought, that's it, I need to go home. Right? I told my wife I'm coming home at 2:30. And then round 2, my name is up there. Then they said, semifinals, I'm through to semifinals and I need to go to Miami middle of December to do my speech. And then whatever audition that I did, it was all on TV. They said they'll play it in the network and all that. So the bottom line of all this, my story is to inspire each of you to say that if an opportunity comes, it always comes at a surprise, and I don't want any of us to shy away from it. It could be worthless experience, but my experience was better than watching Netflix documentary. It was live. And I had the honor of meeting so many people, and it was fulfilling day for me. So friends, I want to conclude by saying that never leave any opportunity, be it if you get invited to meet a friend, meet somebody for dinner. Last but not least, if you are invited to be a speaker, you always have to say yes. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.